Hi, we are here in the Maya town of Ake, where not many people come. We heard of this place. We had this intuition to come here, and we were really receiving a big gift. These are the voices of our animal friends here. That's where we began some hours before, giving some ofrenda, offering symbolically some stuff, and there was this big guardian coming, a big like a monster, but very positive, and he kind of he knew why we came here, and he accompanied us to go up on that temple, on that pyramid there. And then I saw this light city that is over Ake, and I knew why we came here. The ruling priests of the old temple town of Ake, I was aware, had a really big knowledge that dates back, or that they connected back to times of Atlantis and Lemuria. So I think this was that's why this was a special, a very special temple town here. We were aware how poor is our way of perceiving the others, of perceiving our environment. Just think how rich, how full, plenty would be such a perception. Now the wind is responding, because it's kind of saying goodbye, because we are now leaving this sacred site. How would communication be with human beings? Now we are going out here totally different. The vibration is different. The way of thinking is more open. We have the feeling that our whole brain has opened and really rewired to that lattice brain that is the whole cosmos. So it is true that what you mirror out comes back. So no fear of all these sayings that we can get lost in other universes. No. Send out what you need from your heart, and it will come back, and we will all be healed and better and can change it. See you soon. Around Merida. We just began before yesterday, and I have the feeling we have been here days again. It's so intense, and I'm aware how limited is our perception when we begin to travel again, open our heart, and get in all these parallel worlds and times. I will give you some examples summing up what we did before before yesterday, right? So we began in Itzamna before yesterday. It is a beautiful colonial town where the old big pyramid is today can be seen as a base only. On top of it, they built in the 16th century. They built a church. It is beautiful. It is very interesting to observe how in time one built another temple on a temple before, and it's really not so. It's not so. It does not give me such a hard time as it did before, because we will look now in times that date back to the Atlantis and Lemuria. So all the time it happened the same. Okay, after Itzamna and seeing into the old time, seeing this huge pyramid like in Cholula and Teotihuacan, we went to Ake, and my friend Uwe, a tourist guide, he says that in the museum of Merida they keep two skeletons of 3 meters of altitude, and they don't know what to do with them. So might be some people that were higher than we from the Atlantean times. I just can tell you our experience we had. We were amazed by this light town that is vibrating over Ake, and the really different dimensions of the temple. Huge steps when you step up, and an energy that made me blow away and fall asleep. It was beautiful for some moment. I said in the other video that I was aware of the very ancient, very sacred knowledge that the priests there must have had to maintain this alive. So it might date back to really to 12,000 before Christ. Yesterday we began in Sibil Chaltun. You have maybe seen, it's in the north of Merida, the photos of the ark of the temple with a doorway, ark, where the sun shines through on the 21st of March. But what blew away our mind was an experience we had in the main plaza on a temple on the side. We had this welcome of women, of this female energy, and of women priestesses. And it was a kind of a goddess, of a female guardian that welcomed us, that healed us, and it was amazing to see all these women, these young women priestesses in very nice white dresses with collars. So this you can do too. This is what I do in our trips to the Maya land. When the neuronal fields get in coherence, how I explain it in my new book, Lattice Surfing, then you can see what I see. And we see in these old times, until the bath in the sacred cenote of Sibil Chaltun was guided by these priestesses. So this was a really gift. And later on we went to Mayapan, one of the post-classical towns, together with Chichen Itza, ruled by the Itzais also. It was not as bellic or a war energy that I felt in other cities, how I thought. No, we were amazed also by a welcome. It was raining, it was thundering, lightning, and this was the welcome we had there. And we were transmitted a little scepter, and this was a very nice ceremony from the other side that we could receive. I felt this connection to Palenque. This is my main temple for the ones that know me already. A connection from Palenque to Mayapan. We felt this power of these Mayan priests in a later period, around 1200, 1300, I guess, was the time where we were yesterday. Today we are here in Oxkintok. It is the first time we are here. It is a marvelous pyramid where nobody goes. It's in the southwest of Merida. It must be one of the oldest settlements in north of Yucatan. It goes back, the archaeologist says, to 300 or 500 before Christ. I think it's much older again. Here the priesthood had still a balance between female and masculine, I feel, and it is like an old university, a Gnostic university like Donina, or from Europe and Africa we know it from Alexandria. Okay, so this is a sum up and an invitation for you to open your heart, yes, to not be a slave of the past and of the sorrows of the future, because everything is happening now, here. They are here now. I was just aware, the more I give this interview, the more they're here watching and surrounding us. Okay, um, it is all happening now in parallel times and parallel spaces, and we can really learn from them. It is a shift when we get in contact with this old knowledge and this old ceremony in these places, and it really forms us. Living as we do in towns, working 3 dimensions, is very limited. We are here for much more, and it's not some airy-fairy thing. It's just to live here in this world, grounded, but happier, healthier, and we can achieve more. We have to be happy and to do what we like to do. This is this message from Mexico for you. Hi, I'm back here in Labna. It is our last station, our last temple, so we have to say goodbye from this September Maya trip in Yucatan, Mexico. Today, it's almost the third day, but it was so intense. We have the feeling we have been here 1 week, because you get really into the time of no time and you get lost. Like yesterday, we did a bit in Oxkintuk. Okay, so today we began in Kaba. That's the first time for all of us, like here as well. Kaba was beautiful. It is next to Uxmal, where everybody goes, but there the energy was really strong but very lovely. We all felt like at home. Some people, like me, we had the feeling that we have been there before. I noted a similar connection with the cosmos, like in Palenque. The ones of you that know me know that Palenque is my home temple. So we did a little ceremony on a main square there. The architecture is beautiful, very special, this Puk architecture. Then we went over the road, and near the doorway there's a portal, a famous one, that where the Sakbe, the street to Uxmal, began. We did also a healing ceremony, and it was fascinating how all these old priests, sacerdotes Mayan priests, they were there helping us, and all the other beings that were not light beings, slowly they went behind, and it was really a strong ceremony. After that, in the morning, I had the intuition we have to go to Ixlapac. We have never been there, and nobody goes there. We were the first people today to step in that sacred site, and it is amazing. It was a bit. It lasted a bit to get behind the veil of the goddess, as I say sometimes, because it is kind of hidden, in the bush, not very well excavated, and it gave us another insight into the Mayan world, very virgin, and we had the time there because nobody bothered us to make a very nice ceremony. I call it harakiri ceremony. I have not done it for years. It just came like this, where you really stab and kill your ego, your orgullo, the proudness, to get out the warrior in you, the honorful warrior in you that lives with dignity. You don't have to hide this light warrior in you. And then we came here, well preparated, and in the entrance on a palace, a beautiful white mariposa, a butterfly, came to us when we were meditating, and it did not go away from us. It stayed with some people, especially like during 15 minutes. What we learned from that is that we have really the permission nowadays to be again humble, yes, innocent, like kids. We can take off our masks and can do the things without effort. That's how here under this arc, in famous arc in Labna, we did our final ceremony, creating a 4D sphere. Everybody put in there his desires to create his projects, his healing, his family, his harmony, and it really works. As more we are like this white butterfly in this innocence, in this love, in this light. So, greetings from Labna. Tomorrow we'll go to the beach, a last day of relax and purifying ceremonies. You can live this too. Soon there will be the next Maya trip. Check it out on our website. www dot, gives me a hard time to change sometimes the language. Dot was hard. Dot no dash. It dash is dash heart dash time .com. I love you. Hi, Pascal K'in again. Yesterday we thought we had the last ceremony, but sometimes what the head wants is not what the heart or the spirit wants. Today, this morning, we were aware that we need another ceremony. Some chapters of our personal development of the people in the group were not finished. So when we passed by by this pyramid of Ixcambol, there's some wonderful pelicans flying by. We knew that we would come here, a very fine, subtle energy. We are the only ones here, and the marvelous thing is that it's the first time for a lot of us that we could do a ceremony up on top on a pyramid, and that's where we are here now. Please, I have still wet eyes of what I could live here. It's marvelous. Breathe deeply and get in this energy. I invite you from my heart. We could do a strong ceremony for most of the people of the group. It was about healing and reconnecting this old knowledge we all have from as a part of our soul. A lot of us have been already in very powerful positions in other existences, and we really need to get all this knowledge back to do something in this world. If your heart calls you, don't say no, listen to your heart. The masters, the Mayan priests are still here, right, Victorina? They're still here. You can see it in the film, but they're here. They're just waiting that we could come. We walk down the pyramid, climb down the pyramid again. This is a modern way of transferring this by video, but I think we're doing okay because we can get some of this magic. Thank you, Pascal K'in.
Vida